This bill is the Midnight Rules Relief Act. It's an important piece of legislation that will allow Congress to more effectively and efficiently oversee federal agency rulemaking, which is one of our constitutional obligations. Under the Congressional Review Act, known as the CRA, executive agencies must report all promulgated rules to both chambers of Congress. This reporting requirement allows Congress to consider federal regulations before they take effect. The CRA also recognizes the authority that Congress has to pass joint resolutions to prevent agency rules from taking effect. CRA's disapproval mechanism gives Congress a check on federal administrative overreach. However, the CRA forces Congress to introduce a single, separate joint resolution for each agency rule it seeks to render unenforceable. And this one-by-one limit to joint resolutions under the CRA slows Congress's oversight of agency rulemaking. Its inefficiency is most clear during the midnight rulemaking period of the last year of our president's term, which, as the CRS has reported, here's some of the reasons that you see this happening. Because the administration that's outgoing realizes that they want to complete their work and achieve certain policy goals before the end of its term of office, so they know that it'll be more difficult to change or eliminate rules after they've taken effect. They issue midnight rules. One concern that outgoing administrations have is that they have less political accountability. So they do what they feel they can do and get by with. Rules that are hurried through, another concern is that rules that are hurried through at the end of an administration may not have the same opportunity for public input. Another is that the quality of regulations may suffer during the midnight period, since the departing administration may issue rules quickly, and as a result, the rules may not receive adequate review or analysis. And additionally, the task of evaluating a previous administration's midnight rules would overwhelm a new administration. Thus, we see outgoing administrations issuing very significant rules on their last year, and that's what this bill addresses. And so if you look at the CRS data, it doesn't matter Democrat or Republican administration. They're trying to cram down a bunch of rules in that last year for the reasons that I've just iterated. So what this bill would do is it would make Congress's oversight more efficient during the midnight rulemaking period. The Midnight Rules Relief Act would allow Congress to introduce joint resolutions considering multiple agency rules during the final year in a president's term. And this change would allow Congress to efficiently respond to the influx in agency regulations during the midnight hours of the president's term. And this particularly gets at one of the reasons that an administration would go ahead and proceed to do this is that it would overwhelm the new administration. So you are actually facilitating review of the outgoing administration, and you're actually facilitating and helping the new administration as well.